Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, we are about to start week 3 of doing our mirror work to cultivate self-love within us in order for that love to be the point of attraction for love from our outside world. And we're not just talking about romantic love, which I guess is one of the things that, of course, as adults, we want to be a part of because we are wired to have connections as human beings, especially the ones of the romantic kind. And the ones of the romantic kind are always going to be the biggest compass to our healing because they're going to make us feel the most uncomfortable. And they're also going to be the biggest mirror, thus mirror work to how much love do we actually have for ourselves. So how are we treated in our romantic relationships or our other relationships? If we follow the attachment theory, about 60% of us are securely attached, about 40% of us are not securely attached and don't have a positive self view. Therefore, the amount of love that we have for ourselves might not be to par to what we should be receiving. And we can only know that by the way that we are treated, because then we try to figure out why is the world treating us in that way. And a good thing with books such as Mirror Work, we can transform and heal our life in as little as 21 days. Science says maybe up to 60 days of reaffirming a new way. Affirmations are a really good way to create new neurological pathways through neuroplasticity that will fire different signals and will make you feel different on a daily basis. Because a lot of our nervous system, well, 95% of it actually is autonomic. We're not really conscious of the thoughts that we have about ourselves and the world around us until we pay attention to how the world is treating us. So if we're in the space of why is this happening to me? Why can't anybody love me? Or why am I treated this way? Or why doesn't anything work out for me? Maybe it's because they are mirroring back to you the amount of love that you have for yourself. So you can start from the beginning or you can join on week 3, but I would strongly recommend starting from week 1 to elevate your self-love so that love can be matched to you from the outside environment, because as within, so without. So on day 15, it's all about forgiving ourselves and those who have hurt us. So forgiving yourself and those who have hurt you. Today's lesson is about forgiveness. For the past 2 weeks, we have worked on releasing many of the old habits and beliefs that were blocking us. I know it was not an easy task, so give yourself time to celebrate your progress. How does it feel today to look in the mirror and feel so much lighter? Take a deep breath and release the breath by saying, I am letting go of my past and I feel great. We've let go of fear and anger and learned how to affirm positive things when the negative thoughts come in to our head, how to reaffirm those into positiveness. Forgiveness is a difficult area for all of us. We built up these blocks that bind us for many years. Take my hand and together let's work on learning to forgive ourselves and those who have hurt us. You can do it. Forgiveness opens your heart to self-love. If you have a problem with loving yourself, you can get stuck in an unforgiving state. Many of us carry grudges for years and years. We may feel self-righteous because of what someone did to us. I call this being stuck in the prison of self-righteousness resentment. We get to be right, but we never get to be happy. You may disagree and say, but you don't know what that person did to me. It's unforgivable. Being unwilling to forgive is a terrible thing to do to yourself. Bitterness is like swallowing a teaspoon of poison every day. It accumulates and harms you. It's possible to be healthy and free when you keep yourself bound. It accumulates and harms you. It's impossible to be healthy and free when you keep yourself bound to the past. And I know a lot of my health issues are because it's not that I'm not forgiving other people. I have forgiven everyone from my past. I have a hard time forgiving myself, to be honest. So then that shows up in my tummy as my issues because I'm holding that shame in there. One of the biggest spiritual lessons you can learn is to understand that everyone is doing the very best they can at any given moment. People can only do so much with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge that they have. Invariably, people who mistreat others were themselves mistreated in childhood. The greater the level of violence, the greater their inner pain, and the more they lash out. This is not to say that their behavior is acceptable or excusable. However, for your own spiritual growth, you must be aware of their pain. It's true, hurt people, and healed people heal people. The incident you are holding on to is over, perhaps long over. Let it go. Allow yourself to be free. Come out of this personal prison you have built and step into the sunshine of life. If the situation is continuing, then you ask yourself, why do you think so little of yourself that you still put up with it? Why do you stay in such a situation? You have a choice. You can stay stuck and bitter, or you can do yourself a favor by willingly forgiving the past and letting it go, and then moving on to create a joyous, fulfilling life. You have the freedom to make your life anything you want it to be because you have the freedom of choice. The purpose of today's lesson is to help you raise your self-esteem to such a level that you will allow only loving experiences in your life. Please do not waste your time trying to get even. It will not work. What you give out always comes back to you. So drop the past and work on loving yourself now. Then you can have a wonderful future. One of the most valuable lessons I have learned is that when you do your forgiveness work, it is not necessary to go to the people involved and tell them that you forgive them. Sometimes you will want to do this, but you do not have to. The major work in forgiveness is done in your own heart and in front of your mirror. Remember, forgiveness is seldom for others. It is for you. So many people have told me that when they have truly forgiven someone, and then a month or two later, they receive a phone call or email from that person asking to be forgiven. This seems to happen most often after doing forgiveness exercises in front of a mirror. So as you do the mirror work exercises in today's lesson, let's affirm. Let yourself experience your feelings deeply. And we affirm, as I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. As I forgive myself, I forgive others. So Louise Hay says, I believe you receive the most benefit from forgiveness when you do it standing in front of a mirror. I suggest finding a mirror you can sit or stand in front of comfortably. I like to use the long mirror on the back of my bedroom door, and give yourself some time to do this exercise, and you will probably want to repeat it if you need to. Most of us have a lot of people to forgive. Sit in front of your mirror and close your eyes. Breathe deeply several times and feel yourself grounded on your feet or your chair. Think of the many people who have hurt you in your life. Let them pass through your mind. And now open your eyes and begin talking to them aloud. Say something like, you hurt me deeply. I thought I would never get past this. However, I will not stay stuck in the past anymore. I am willing to forgive you. And if you can't say I forgive you, just affirm I am willing. Your willingness is all it takes to move towards forgiveness. Take a deep breath and say to the person, I forgive you. I set you free. Breathe again and say, you are free. And I am free. Notice how you feel. If you feel resistance, just breathe and affirm. I am willing to release all resistance. As you continue to do this exercise today or another day, expand your list of people to forgive. Remember, forgiveness is not an event, it's a process. You may need to keep working on one person a little longer, and each time going into a little deeper into forgiveness. This may be a day when you can forgive several people, or it may be a day when you forgive only one. It doesn't matter. However you do this exercise is the right way for you. The universe and forgiveness see you showing up. At times, forgiveness is like peeling away the layers of an onion. If there are too many layers, put the onion away for a day or so. You can always come back and peel again later. And go back into the past and think of all the things you're angry with yourself about. And take out your journal and write them down. Write them all down. You may discover you have never forgiven yourself for the humiliation of a past event. It could be in the first grade, could have been last year. Sometimes it's a long time to carry that burden. Now take the list and write a positive affirmation for each item. If you wrote, "I'll never forgive myself for incident," then your affirmation could be, "This is a new moment. I am free to let go." Remember that sometimes it's easier to forgive others than to forgive yourself. Often we demand perfection of ourselves and are harder on ourselves than we are on others. However, it's time to go beyond this old attitude. Forgive yourself, let it go. Give yourself the space to be spontaneous and free. And as you put your journal down and maybe go outside to a beach or a park, let yourself be free. Take your inner child with you and have some fun. This is your freedom. You are one with life, and life loves you and supports you. So let's affirm as we settle into for our meditation. I am one with life, and life loves me and supports me. Therefore, I claim for myself an open heart filled with love. We are all doing the best we can at any given moment, and this is all true for me. The past is over and done. I am not my parents or their patterns of resentment. I am my own unique self, and I choose to open my heart and allow love, compassion, and understanding to flush out all the memories of past pain. I am free to be all that I can be. This is the truth of my being, and I accept it as so. All is well in my life. And if you are still in front of your mirror, journaling, sitting or standing, maybe this is the time to sit down or lie down. And if you have closed your eyes already, great. If you haven't, you can close them now and continue some more affirmations for forgiveness. The door to my heart opens inward. I move through forgiveness to love. As I change my thoughts, the world around me changes. The past is over. It has no power now. The thoughts of this moment create my future. It is no fun being a victim. I refuse to be helpless anymore. I claim my own power. I give myself the gift of freedom from the past and move with joy into the now. There is no problem that cannot be solved with love. I am ready for healing. I am ready to forgive, and all is well. I know that old negative patterns no longer limit me. I let them go with ease. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. I forgive myself for not being perfect. I am living the very best way I know. It is now safe for me to release all of my childhood traumas and move into love. I forgive everyone in my past. I release them with love. All of the changes in life that lie before me are positive ones, and I am safe, and so it is. Thank you so much for tuning in for beginning of week 3. This is Anna Morphetus with Mental Health Counseling, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for day 2 of week 3 of continuing to cultivate self-love.